Olivewood, Houston's first incorporated African-American burial ground, is turning 150 years old. It was established in 1875 to serve the Black community after emancipation as the resting place of prominent community leaders, veterans, educators, and business owners. 3 of the 4 founders of Emancipation Park were buried here.
The legacy that this cemetery holds and the contributions that the people that are buried here have made not only to the city of Houston, not only to Texas, but to this United States.
As the president of Olivewood Cemetery, Margot Williams' ties are deeply personal.
I was not able to find my grandfather and his family because it was so overgrown. And I thought, this is a shame that somebody's last resting place here on this planet should look like it did. And I really thought it was a disgrace. And my mother, she tried to figure out how to get the cemetery taken care of. She called and she talked to so many people and she just never could figure out who owned the cemetery. And that was my goal, not only to just find my grandfather, but to find out the history of the cemetery as well.
That led to the establishment of Descendants of Olivewood, a nonprofit founded in 2003, dedicated to maintaining the land and preserving the history.
So it's an ongoing struggle to maintain this property. You have to stay on it all the time, year-round. It's year-round upkeep.
Charles Cook has been a volunteer for over 30 years. He spends his time cleaning and manicuring the site. With Houston's hurricanes, flooding, and unpredictable weather cycles, the land has suffered mass erosion, uprooting headstones, water overflow, and improper drainage.
I do a lot of weed eating, hours on hours on hours. So I'm kind of like the weed eater specialist, even though I cut a lot with the lawnmower, but a lot of it is done by hand. Well, we don't believe in pesticides and herbicides, so we have to control the weeds. And the only way to do it is to cut them and then watch them grow back if you don't stay on top of it. So this is a task, like I said, it's a year-round undertaking here.
This year, the site received its most significant boost yet, a $200,000 preservation grant from the African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund. The grant will support long-term governance, maintenance, and community engagement. Jasmine Lee is an anthropologist. She's been a volunteer with the cemetery for 5 years.
It was so fascinating to me that I lived in Houston for so long and didn't know Olivewood was here, and there's so much history, just buried here, and I dedicated the rest of my time in school and then afterwards to helping the descendants of Olivewood not only preserve this space but share the stories.
She's dedicated to collecting data and record keeping for those in the Black community who may be looking for their loved ones or to learn more about the lives that were lost.
So one of the biggest things is to make sure that we're recording what these people put on their headstones. Since the cemetery was incorporated in 1875, for a lot of the people who are buried here, this is their first chance of self-expression to really tell their own stories. Since about a quarter of the people buried here were born into slavery. So being able to save those stories, save their stone biographies, as I like to call them, and then expand and show how they started communities and worked with each other and became friends and family in a lot of cases.